What's up, Pisces? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting July 28th, 2025. Pisces, my fishes, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to the channel. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box, of course. Going to cleanse the energies here from Dawn Aquarius's marvelous messages. And we're about to see what's coming up here for you. Pisces. Okay, so the energy here surrounding Pisces this week, what does Pisces have to look forward to energetically? So I have to give this deck here a real good shuffle. This deck, I don't use that often, but the backs are velvety and smooth, so it makes it very difficult for me to get a good shuffle in. So I'm going to try to move these cards around for you as best that I can before we start. Energies for my fishes this week. Yeah, I just mentioned in Aquarius's video. Yeah, we had a really, so far it's not even over though, a bizarre week when it comes to hearing of famous people passing. You know, Malcolm Jamal Warner. We have Hulk Hogan, and next up we have Ozzy Osbourne. So, you know, I had made that prediction in Scorpio's video that we were going to hear news of passing of someone famous, several passings. And it's come to pass so far, and I don't even think the energy is over yet. Anyway, let's get off of that and see what's coming up here for my fishes. Okay, that turned over, so we're going to use that. And lucky you, Pisces, that's the Nine of Cups. All right, so that's one of the cards that wanted to come out for you. So the Nine of Cups, of course, you know anything about the Nine of Cups. It's not an even number of cups, but again, it's with high regard. Emotionally, what you put out there is what you're going to get back in return. So this is a card of love, relationships, you name it. It's also the wish fulfillment card. Okay, so what you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for may come to you as well. Then you get the energies of the star card. So it's almost like having an additional major arcana in the spread. You get all of that energy. The Nine of Cups and the Chariot are the only two cards that I equate with the star card. That's just me, okay? I don't know if any other reader does that. It doesn't really matter. It's just how I interpret these messages here. So social media, social networking, your own energy when it comes to psychic development or expansion. You could meet somebody famous, all right? This could be a week for some Pisces that I'm reading for where it brings in much excitement or some sort of element of surprise. The Nine of Cups also, too, is in a group of cards that if it's in your spread, then you may already be receiving that type of energy from those people that you are closest to, family members, friends, romantic partners. All right, so the first card to start this energy off should be the second card, though. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, all right, you know what the Seven of Wands is about. Stand your ground. Then we have the Major Arcana, the Hermit, that comes up next. Following that, we have the, not reading reversals, the it's not the 10, it's the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, Six of Swords, I'm sorry, damn. Six of Swords here, okay. Next up, we have the Three of Cups. Wow. Following the Three of Cups now, we have the Three of Swords. Ooh, ouch. All right, not to despair here. We'll get to that and throw a clarifier on that card. Then we have the Six of Wands here for you, Pisces. Following the Six of Wands, now we have the Hierophant, okay, spiritual energy of protection. All right, the Major Arcana, the Hierophant. Up next now we have the Six of Pentacles, the card of gift giving and charity. On top of the Three of Swords here, even though I'm going to throw a clarifier, but look what we have, the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about love and relationships, right? Maybe there's a Pisces that may have entered into a new relationship and things are quite shaky here, okay? Ace of Cups. Following that, on top of the Six of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords. Following the Knight of Swords on top of the Hierophant, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, 2 aces in the reading is very auspicious energy, right? It's usually positive. And then our final additional card here for you Pisces is the Major Arcana, the Sun. Okay, so the sun is here to shine on you, despite the 3 of Swords entry into your reading. And the shadow energy here for you is the High Priestess, your own energy. So this makes this reading that much stronger for you guys. Okay, so, don't trip off the 3 of Swords. People don't like the Tower, the 3 of Swords, and 9 of Swords. I don't like them either, but when they show up, it's not going to be for everybody. It's just here for someone who's going to come along, see the video, and they can associate why that 3 of Swords is in the spread for them particularly. And everybody doesn't experience the same thing. But let's go ahead and pull this energy here together for you. I still feel that for many of you that I'm reading for, it's going to turn out to be a more promising week. And that's a guarantee. I'll guarantee that. All right. So the 7 of Wands, we already talked about that. That's the card of, regrets if you don't follow through, Pisces, with your decisions or your actions. So whatever you got going on this week, follow through. All right. If you do, no problems. If you don't, then it's regrets you have to deal with. Major Arcana, the Hermit. Some of this energy here may relate to some Pisces that I'm reading for, where you just have, a moment or want a moment to be by yourself, detaching temporarily. It's not something that's, going to be long term or even thought of as being permanent. This is usually the energy of wanting to be by yourself for a minute, maybe gathering your thoughts. Maybe there's something perplexing that you might be dealing with this week and you just need to be by yourself. Maybe in the form of catching up, reading a book. You're not going to stay in this energy too long. If it's anything having to do with, soul searching, whether it's on a, minor level or major level, you will come out and arrive much more stronger and come out with a clearer perspective. That's usually the case of the Hermit. All right. But, technically it's just a neutral type of energy, catching up, reading a book, meditating, and so forth. 6 of Swords follows the Major Arcana, the Hermit. Some of you may be, traveling this week. And if you are, you're going to be safe to and from. We also had the 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords, though, I oftentimes think of that there could be some sort of serious consideration of a Pisces that I'm reading for who is, contemplating some sort of move or relocation. There's a level of energy that is moving away from you that could have been negative. Things are clearing up, things are leveling out. Following the the 6 of Swords is the 3 of Cups. Jeez. Okay, so the 3 of Cups is about celebrating, right, Pisces? Happiness, celebrating birthdays. It's something to be joyful about. Someone's anniversary. Could be just, again, spending, quality time with significant others, family members, friends, romantic partners. Could be co-workers after work for a happy hour. Okay, there's something or a reason to be happy and joyous about. With the support of that 9 of Cups, it could almost be in anything, okay, involving wish fulfillments, coming to fruition, anything associated or attached to the stars energy, the element of surprise, or some sort of form of excitement, great excitement. All right, so the Ace of Cups here that's on top of the 3 of Swords just simply means that there is still pregnancy news that could be around you. Someone's still giving birth to a child, and it lands on the 3 of Swords. So anytime the swords show up in a reading, we already have the 6 of Swords, the Ace of Swords. When it comes to pregnancy, or not pregnancy, but delivery of a child, it could be under cesarean section. The Ace of Cups also too not only involves the pregnancy, but childbirth, but it also could be a job offer. Okay. And then still, it is in the line of cards that I say that if you receive it, like the 9 of Cups, dedication, devotion, love coming in from family members. But I still will go back to what I originally said when it landed on the 3 of Swords, that there could be some sort of complication going on with Pisces involving a relationship. Okay. Now, I did the jump to the Ace of Cups first before I got to the 3 of Swords. But we all know what the 3 of Swords represents. It represents grief, heartache, distress, separation. It could be still just the standard meanings of this card. Divorces, pending divorces, third party in play. When it comes to romance, pet loss, those are the just basic meanings of this card here. Couples that are still together, but maybe there's some sort of distance that separates you, that brings on the grief and heartache. And just because it's here doesn't necessarily, always mean that there's going to be a breakup or a split divorce. It could be that there's some conflicting energies that you're having or will have with, family members, romantic partners, could be coworkers, it could be friends, but it doesn't indicate any forms of a split from the relationship. It's just that you're dealing with something at this particular time that needs to be resolved. And during the time of trying to resolve it may bring on the pain and the hurt, okay, until, the entire situation gets under control. All right, so following that is the Six of Wands, like I mentioned before. Victory and success could be attached to anything that's going on for you, Pisces, right? This week, again, if you're traveling, you're going to be safe to and from. The Six of Wands could also be regarded as positive energy movement, in terms of that energy moving towards you or you're moving towards it. Following the Six of Wands here, now you have the major arcana, the Hierophant. So again, you have spiritual energy of protection. Okay, a lot of energy, some sort of form of teaching and learning. He holds a book that could be involving, higher education institution, could be on-the-job training, because I always get on-the-job training for someone. But anyway, spiritual energies, spiritual protection, spiritual synchronicities, epiphanies, enlightenment, all of that energy here, especially coupled here with your own energy, the High Priestess, paying attention to your intuition, making sure that anything that's going on for you this week, that you are trusting yourself, you're trusting the process of what you get. I always say that the gut instincts, the inner voices that you hear, usually the first impressions are the correct answer. Someone could be getting married here with the Hierophant being present in your spread. All right. Very powerful card. Next up, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is the card of charity and gift giving, right? So you could be receiving a gift this week, Pisces, from someone, or you could be giving someone a gift. Someone can still be getting a moderate pay raise here, even number of pentacles, so it's balanced energy. You could also be receiving some form of an apology for any slight that was given to you from anyone that you're close to in your, present situation or your past situation. Even more so because it mirrors over here to that Three of Swords. Like I said, it doesn't always warrant a parting of the ways, but it could be that there's some sort of conflicting energies going on with a romantic partner, family member, could be a coworker, could be a friend. And, you come to some sort of resolve and there may be an apology based on that coming back to you. All right. So that is the Six of Pentacles. We already talked about the Ace of Cups. Following the Ace of Cups on top of the Six of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords faced in the past direction, so it may be something that you take charge of, related to something that you may not have had an opportunity, to take care of in your past, but this week you're very determined to do that. It's part of the cards that represents decision making and action. So again, we go back here to the Seven of Wands. Move forward, whatever decisions or actions you're about to undertake. All right. Following that is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, like the Six of Wands, is like victory and success. Again, you got two cards here in your spread that would represent attaching victory and success onto almost anything that's occurring for you. This is a card that's always seeking some sort of insight or gaining insight, not only gaining insight, but gaining some sort of form of clarity, certainty. This too is about excitement, seeking excitement or adventure, first actions, first moves. It could be first decisions, first choices. All right. So Ace of Swords. And then we finish off with the Sun. Okay. So you can't go wrong with the Sun in your spread. The Sun is the most powerful positive card in the tarot deck. So happiness, below the Three of Cups, even more so. Feeling childlike, feeling vibrant, feeling energized. Some Pisces could be just going through, this week alone, doing follow-ups with medical appointments, checkups, and stuff like that. Any orders that are written by the doctors that may include blood work or x-rays, all's going to be well. You could be the Pisces that I'm reading for that works in the capacity of the health industry. You could be traveling, since we have 2 traveling cards, to somewhere that's warm, sunny, and welcoming. Of course, Florida and California always comes to mind, but it could be somewhere else that's warm, sunny, and welcoming. Yes, answer to any question that you pose for yourself. Also, too, the sun comes in to offer healing energies, healing in any area that needs to be healed, emotional, physical, mental. Blessings are abound as well. So you could be blessed with something during the course of this week. That would be the powerful sun. All right, so in your shadow is your own energy, so this makes the reading that much stronger for you, right? Okay, the High Priestess is always about paying attention to your intuition, trusting again your process of what you feel in your gut and your inner voices. In this case, though, Pisces, there may be some sort of secrets that you are shielding or hiding from someone, or someone could be shielding or hiding secrets from you. Opposites attract is the number 2, represents relationships, but also, too, the advice that always comes out of the High Priestess is that there could be something that you're being asked to be patient just a little while longer, whatever that energy is for you and what you can attach it to. Okay. But I feel that this particular reading here is very strong for you. But, in previous videos and whatnot, the focus would always go back to the most negative card in the spread. It doesn't matter how many positive cards surround that negative card. It's always come back to the 3 of Swords. Please don't focus on the 3 of Swords. Again, it's just here for somebody who can associate and understand the reason why it's here. Again, I put my little 2 cents together. I feel that the Ace of Cups could be an indicator of someone who may have entered into a relationship. It wasn't working out too well. Because the Ace of Cups represents love, relationships, right? So a new relationships, aces start things off. And in that instance, it could be a parting of the ways, that the relationship just didn't turn out the way that you had anticipated. And, it may be a decision by you to break this energy off. Remember, the Knight is in the past. Okay, so this could be part of that energy grouped in. All right. Otherwise, to me, I feel like this is more positive, strongly positive, because you got the blessings of the Hierophant, their own energy, as well as the sun. But keep in mind, this is just me interpreting these messages here for you, Pisces. Always take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Continue to throw it in the comments. I love to read the comments. Have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Pisces, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.